എല്ലാവരെയും സ്റ്റാർ ട്യൂട്ടോറിയൽസ് എന്ന യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. സ്റ്റാർ ട്യൂട്ടോറിയൽസ് എന്ന യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനലിൽ ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് 10ാം തരം CBSE നിങ്ങൾ തമ്മിൽ കണ്ടതുപോലെ തന്നെ MCQ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന്റെ ഡിസ്കഷൻ ആണ്. പാർട്ട് 2 ആണ്. പാർട്ട് 1 നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. പാർട്ട് 2 ആണ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ചാപ്റ്റർ ലൈഫ് പ്രോസസ്സിലെ ചില MCQ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിന്റെ ഡിസ്കഷൻ ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ചാനൽ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കാണുന്ന സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾ സ്റ്റാർ ട്യൂട്ടോറിയൽസ് എന്ന യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാനും അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ തൊട്ടടുത്ത് കാണുന്ന ബെല്ലൈക്കൺ ഇനേബിൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് വരുന്ന വീഡിയോകളുടെ അപ്ഡേറ്റുകൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വരുന്ന വീഡിയോകളുടെ നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ നിങ്ങൾ ലഭിക്കുന്നുണ്ട് എന്ന് ഒന്നും കൂടി ഉറപ്പുവരുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഒട്ടും സമയം വൈകാതെ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് കടക്കാം. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഇവിടെയുണ്ട്. ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. The first question, the number of salivary glands present in human being is option A 4 pair, option B 2 pairs, option C 3 pairs, and option D 6 pairs. Understand, the total number of salivary gland in human being is 3 pairs. Option C is correct answer. Never miss this question. Option C, 3 pair is the right answer for this question. Moving on to the next question. The end product of fat digestion is. We have an option. Option A, fatty acids and glycerol. Option B, amino acids. Option C is maltose. And option D is galactose. So, fat digestion. So initially, the emulsification of fat is done by the bile juice, where larger fat globules are broken down to form simpler units. So the process is done by the bile juice. Okay. After that, this fat, which is moving to or which is mixing with pancreatic juice, we have got pancreatic juice. The pancreatic juice contains a enzyme called as lipase. This is a fat digesting enzyme. You have to know this is fat digesting enzyme. It's called lipase. So this enzyme is actually breaking down the fat or digesting the fat into fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acid and glycerol. So we have got the answer here. The question is the end product of fat digestion. So fat digestion using this enzyme result in end product of fatty acid and glycerol. So option A, fatty acids and glycerol is the right answer for this question. So this happens in the duodenum, where the pancreatic juice and bile juice comes and combines with the food. So very simple and is easily understandable. So moving on to the next question, third question here. In adult man, the normal BP, the blood pressure is. So we have got the options. Option A is 120/80 mmHg. B is 100/80 mmHg. C is 100/120 mmHg. And D is 110/135 mmHg. So actually, these two pressure actually indicate the highest value of pressure and the lowest value of pressure. The highest value of pressure means it is systolic pressure. Means when the heart contract, the blood exert a large amount of pressure in the blood vessel after. So that pressure is called systolic pressure, generally higher value. And when the heart is relaxing, the relaxing phase, what happens is called diastole actually. At that time, the blood exert a lower pressure on the blood vessel artery. So that lower pressure is called diastolic pressure. So that is why when we express BP, we have got two values, one extreme top value and a lower value. So according to this option, option A, that is 120/80 mmHg is the right answer, where 120 is the systolic pressure and 80 mmHg is diastolic pressure. So that is the answer for this question. It's a very simple question. Understand, the normal BP is 120/80 mmHg. So moving on to the next question. The question is the instrument used to measure BP. Which instrument is used to measure the blood pressure of an individual? So we have an option here, CT scanner. Option B is endoscope. Option C is sphygmomanometer, and option D is barometer. Definitely, it is not a CT scanner. It is not at all endoscope. And barometer or sphygmomanometer, both are used to determine pressure. So barometer is used to express or to measure atmospheric pressure and all. So the correct answer for measuring blood pressure, it is sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer, you can see here. This is used to find or determine blood pressure. Okay, sphygmomanometer. Understand? It is not barometer. It is not endoscope. It is not CT scanner. Okay, it is sphygmomanometer. It's very clear. So moving on to the next question, fifth question. Sometimes we get painful cramps in our leg muscle after running for so long time due to accumulation of option A, carbon dioxide, option B is fat, option C, HCl, and option D is lactic acid. So we have got cramp, painful cramp in our muscle when we do a strenuous exercise and all. This is because once we start a running process, or once we work with muscles, what happens is initially this muscle respire with oxygen available. But after finishing those oxygen in the muscle, our muscles start respiring anaerobically. So the anaerobic respiration in the muscle produces lactic acid, which is deposited for some period of time in the muscles. So this is causing the muscular cramp, the pain. So clear, the option D, lactic acid, is the correct answer here. So the muscular cramp is caused due to lactic acid. It is not due to HCl. It is not due to fat. It is not due to carbon dioxide. It is due to lactic acid. So moving on to the next question, sixth question. Which of the following help in protecting the inner lining of stomach from the harmful effect of HCl, hydrochloric acid? So we know our stomach have got an acid secretion, that is hydrochloric acid, which is killing all the germs and making this food acidic and all. So many functions there. Okay, so this HCl or hydrochloric acid have got a bad effect on the inner lining of stomach. May affect the inner lining of stomach as it is an acid. So which is helping in protecting those inner layer? Probably option A, HCl. The option makes no sense there. So that option will not be the answer. So option B, mucus. Option C, bile, and option D, trypsin. Answer is option B, mucus. Mucus, a part of this gastric juice, actually protecting the inner layer of the stomach from the harmful effect of HCl. So we know the gastric juice contain other than the mucus, HCl, and digestive enzyme like pepsin and. So mucus is protecting the inner lining of the stomach. Bile, no, it is the juice produced by bile, means liver. Trypsin is an enzyme present in pancreatic juice secreted by the pancreas. So the answer is mucus only. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Movement of the synthesized products from the leaf. Okay, after photosynthesis, our leaf is producing a glucose converted to starch and maltose and all. And the synthesized product from the leaf is moving to the root and storing there, moving to the fruits and storing there, and moving to another other parts of the plant and storing there. So we know these food materials are traveling through the phloem. Yeah, these food materials are traveling, means traveling through the phloem, right? Phloem. Okay. The process is referred to as dash. That is the question. Option A, transpiration. Option B, translocation. Option C is pollination, and option D is transportation. So we have a doubt of two options, whether it is translocation or transportation. Definitely option A will not be the answer. Transpiration is not an answer. Transpiration is a process by which water in the form of vapor lost from the aerial part of the plant. That is what is called transpiration, providing a cooling effect in the plant. We know that. That is not an answer. Pollination indeed is not an answer. It is not at all an answer. Pollination is transfer of pollen from anther to means anther to the stigma of the flower. That's pollination. That's not an answer. So translocation or transpiration. It is translocation is the correct answer. Exact word is translocating the food material. Okay. The process is translocation of food. Indeed, the term is called as translocation of the food. So option B is the right answer, not option D. So we are moving to the next question. Which among the following is necessary to carry out blood coagulation? Blood clotting. Coagulation means blood clotting. Okay, when we have a wound or a cut, we know blood flows from the same. So this blood is very important so that we could not allow blood to flow out simply at all. So our wound is actually clotting. The bleeding stops. Blood is coagulating. Okay, why? How? Which cell, which blood cell help in the process of coagulation? It is whether it is option A RBC, option B WBC, option C platelet, and option D is plasma. Correct answer is option C platelet. Okay, platelet is the blood cell that help in coagulation of the blood. So which blood protein or which plasma protein help in coagulation of the blood? It is fibrinogen. If it is asked plasma protein, which plasma protein help in the coagulation of blood? It is fibrinogen. Okay, if it is asked blood cell, it's platelet. So depending on the question, depending on the option, you have to properly identify which is the correct answer. You have to analyze the options, then and analyze the question and analyze the answer, and you have to answer. So this is the question here. Moving on to the next question. Of blood, 55% is what? This is composition of blood. Understand, 55% of blood is plasma. It's a fluid portion where it is it have got a straw yellow color appearance. 55% plasma, which is conducting or transporting this glucose and all to different cells. Plasma is carrying these nutrients and all. Plasma, straw yellow colored fluid, 55% of the blood. Okay, understand. So it is not RBC, it is not formed elements, WBC. Actually, this RBC, WBC, platelets and all are called as formed elements. Okay, so here correct answer is plasma, which is 55% of the blood. And what about remaining 45%? It is formed elements. Formed elements means RBC, WBC, and platelet. RBC means erythrocyte, WBC leukocyte, and platelet thrombocyte. These three things are formed elements, which is 45% of the blood, and the remaining 55% is plasma. So this is very, very clear. So moving on to the next question, the final question. Arteries and veins are connected by a network of extremely narrow tubes. Option A, valve. Not an answer. Option B, lymph duct. No. Option C is sieve tube. Not an answer. It's a part of phloem. Xylem vessel. Not an answer. These four options are not an answer. The correct answer is capillaries. Okay, the correct answer is capillaries. Not in the answer, not in the option. Mistake. Okay, not in the here any of the option. You cannot see the capillaries here. The correct answer is capillary. No valve, no lymph duct, no sieve tube, no xylem vessel. Correct answer is capillary. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you all enjoyed this session. So if you enjoy this session, kindly subscribe our channel. And if you find it is very useful, you can share it with your friends and keep supporting. Thank you. See you in the next video.